No, because it's all in the food. We evolved to eat this food. We evolved to eat meat, animal, flesh and fat. It's our world that makes us iodine deficient. So I don't, the vitamin D is in the fat you eat. The vitamin K is in the fat you eat. The B, everything is in the nutrient-rich, dense meat that you're eating, that water soluble and fat soluble. Okay, so get better, and then you can see what you can add in. So my protocol is really 2 weeks, 2 weeks of restriction, and then you can add in all the other animals that are around, and then you can see if you can handle carbs. What are carbs? They're just stimulants. So if you can handle, carbs are, if you go back into glycolysis, so then we have to talk about ketosis, right? Ketosis, I really believe that being in a state of ketosis is the best way to be. My mother had Alzheimer's. I don't want to have it. So I'm eating this way to ensure that I have no neurological issues. If I have an ice cream once every 2 weeks, that's not going to mean I'm going to have Alzheimer's. I'll be in ketosis, 8 hours later. So it's more, you talk about nuances. It's the nuance of how much you're going to eat of this stuff that, I don't eat only, I was just in Glasgow visiting we were babysitting my grandson for a month. We had a scone with butter and jam because we were in Glasgow. It's, we wanted to try it. So this is not like you have to do this all the time. But I don't have anything I'm trying to fix. Now, let's say lettuce has nothing in it. It's chlorophyll and water. It's not going to hurt you. There's so many plants that will hurt you if you're trying to heal. Why don't you get healed first? Try eliminating a lot of these things. So many people feel better eliminating most of it. And then if you get to where you want to be, I say add a suboptimum food every 4 days and see if it goes on your no list. So you can know, your immune system can tell you, this doesn't work for me right now. Beef, lamb, butter, tallow, decaf? No, because the omega-6 content. So if you want to fix your immune system, here's a story from a doctor named Dr. Mackinnis, a British doctor. There was this American doctor who put himself through school, Harvard Medical School. His father had an egg farm. So what did he eat? He wasn't a rich guy. Every day he ate eggs. But he also had a runny nose every single day of his life. So couldn't figure it out. Got to be in his 50s, successful doctor. 1 week he just stops eating eggs. His runny nose went away. Amazing. So he felt great. He'd never figured out why it happened, but he felt great. Then his wife makes him a cake. He doesn't know it has eggs in it. He has a slice of cake and he goes into shock. His immune system had been trying to tell him all his life the eggs are inflammatory. It's probably the egg white, or the eggs were eating grain, right? So the omega-6 content floored him after he'd removed it for a certain amount of time. That's why those food sensitivity tests don't work, because you have to remove all these things for your immune system to be strong enough to loudly say, I see this as a pathogen. I prefer actually you eat steak, because when you eat ground beef, the protein is slightly altered. So the blade that heats up the meat, when it's being ground, those protein molecules are slightly altered. Now I'm talking about people who are incredibly sensitive. So steak for 2 weeks, lamb, chops, ribeye, whatever kind of steak, doesn't matter as long as it comes from a cow. Doesn't have to be grass-fed. And lots of fat. Doesn't have to be butter. It could be tallow.